Hey guys, US Open is starting this week. I'm really excited to watch both the men and the women. There's been so many different surprises this year with unseeded players reaching finals, and just really excited to watch the upsets and what's gonna happen. But I really want to talk about the women's favorites. It's been so up and down the last years in the US Open, and we've had winners even come from the qualifying. So really wondering what's going to happen this year. Obviously, that I have top four favorites according to ranking and according to statistics, but let's dive into it. Iga Swiatek's been playing really well. She won Roland Garros, playing super solid. Then we saw her kind of fall mentally at the Olympics, which was really, really sad to watch. She really wanted it, but and it's her favorite surface to play on clay. But she had a lot of challenges, a lot of mental challenges, and unfortunately, she wasn't able to overcome them. But let's talk about Iga's strengths, and now she's coming to play on hardcourt, which she usually does well. She just takes the ball extremely early, has very compact short swings, just makes you feel like you're kind of drowning, like the ball's coming constantly really fast. She moves side to side extremely well. I would say probably the best one right now that moves side to side. Whenever you move her and you open the court well, she will return a better shot cross court than you did, even though you thought you hit a good shot. So that's what I really love about her game. She goes from defense to offense really fast, and then she's just great at putting away the short balls. I mean, when she's on and she's doing well mentally, I feel like she's really, really hard to beat. But that's like everyone, it is a challenge to stay at the top and stay super good mentally the whole time. And she has had a few rough tournaments in the last couple weeks. Obviously, at the Olympics, I feel like that was a really big hit for her, that she wasn't able to play her best tennis. And then coming onto US and playing now in hardcourt, she's had a few rough tournaments as well, and she lost to Sabalenka, who she had beaten the past couple times. Just didn't seem to be playing her best tennis, but obviously she is a very dangerous player that whenever she's playing well, she has a very good opportunity of winning the US Open. I think her biggest mental challenge, it's going to be the fact that she came from such a high, winning Roland Garros, playing well, and now she's kind of coming from a low. So she's coming from not winning as many matches, just kind of letting herself down. I feel like she's going to be really hungry in this tournament to play well and to perform really good mentally. Then we have Aryna Sabalenka, who I really love to watch. She's just so emotional, such a passionate player. I tend to gravitate to those kind of players. I mean, I used to love watching Serena Williams play, and just how passionate she was on court. I love that. Aryna's always a very dangerous player. She just won last week. She won in Cincinnati. She was injured. She wasn't able to play the Olympics. It was very questionable how she was going to perform in the next weeks, but it seems that she has found a better rhythm and has found her game, and really coming to the US Open with a title in her belt, which is really, really good, especially when you're coming from an injury. I mean, from a personal standpoint, I know it's really hard, and sometimes it takes a few tournaments to get back into rhythm, but really happy for her that she was able to come back so soon. She her strengths are very clear. She's a very powerful player. She knows how to be aggressive, how to take the ball early, how to really attack returns. For her size and her height, she is not a bad mover. She's very solid. And I think that if she's serving well and she is on her with her attacking game, on with her mental game, she's also a very good candidate to win the Open. I think her challenges are going to be mostly mental, And I think that because she was injured for a little while there, that she's gonna have some physical challenges. You know, she just came from playing a lot of matches in Cincinnati, and let's see how she does at the Open. Now she's gonna need to play a lot of matches if she wants to win the tournament. And just mentally being able to, you know, win match after match. It's not an easy thing. Right now, the level is really well, even in the earlier rounds, not like it used to be years ago. So she's really gonna have to keep up her mental strength, her physical strength, hopefully not, you know, get injured, just stay healthy. But yeah, I mean, she beat Iga Swiatek in the last tournament, and so she's obviously playing a really good level of tennis. Let's see. Yeah, her biggest challenge is gonna be her mind, and let's see how she can control her emotions and just not let you know, when she's having maybe not the best day affect her so much. Just be able to come back quickly from her emotions. I think is the biggest thing for her, since she's so emotional. Just be able to pick herself up really fast after maybe having a bad game or even a bad set. Coco Gauff is the defending champ. She's obviously another one of the favorites to win. She's had a really rough go in the past couple of weeks. She hasn't really been able to perform at her best, even in starting from Wimbledon, and then at the Olympics, she really just didn't wasn't able to play her best game, and mentally it just seemed like she was maybe just had a lot of expectations, and maybe the pressure got to her. Obviously now she's three in the world, she's got all these eyes on her, she's got all these goals for herself, which I love how determined she is. But you know, sometimes it just can become very overwhelming to play at these stages and just you know, be going for gold and wanting to win another Grand Slam. There's just so many steps that go through accomplishing that, and sometimes you know, we may skip steps, or just the pressure gets to you in the middle or just at the beginning, and you're not able to perform your best, and then you know, become disappointed. So yeah, and she's had a very tough couple weeks in Cincinnati and Toronto. She lost in the early rounds. She usually performs pretty well on hard court, and she's been struggling to get her game, her mental game, and just you know, kind of erratic, both mentally and game wise. I really hope she can get things together. Things change so fast in tennis. You can just have one good week of practice, or even just a couple days really good practice, and she can get her confidence back, and she can be at the top of her game. Obviously her strengths, I think, for me, is that she's so determined. Even when she's not playing her best, she's just always trying her best, always thinking that she can do it. Her belief, for me, is one of the biggest things, especially for her being so young. And the fact that, you know, she always believes that she can win. Even if she's not getting her shots in, she'll just figure out a way to get out of the problem. Obviously, she didn't do that past couple weeks, but let's see if she can pick herself up. She's got a great backhand. Gotta really watch that backhand cross and down the line. She does a really good job with her pace, and she's been serving super well. That's, I think, one of the biggest things that really helps her in matches, her serve. So you know, if she can keep her forehand solid and deep and just put the ball away when she can, I think she's got a really good chance. I think for her, the main thing is if she can really believe that she can do this again, if her confidence is gonna be there, and then her game will follow. Elena Rybakina, also really fun to watch. She's more of a, you know, steady kind of no expression type of player, but her game, she has a huge game, right? She's a very tall player, and she just takes the ball so early, and when she's on, it's really tough to return her shots. I mean, she's shown that time and time again. Unfortunately, yeah, she's had a couple of injuries. She's been like on in and out. She's been sick, and she, even though she was really playing well in Wimbledon, she wasn't able to go all the way. Yeah, I just really love her game. I think that for being a really tall player, I really love that when she's not playing her best, she can still move. She's still being solid. She's still being solid. I think that's why she's consistent. There are some players who are kind of if the game is not working, they can just lose pretty much, in easy score if things are not working. But I feel like for her, she's still solid. She can still get there with her legs and keep going on the point, even though she's trying to obviously be the one that's aggressive, the one that's finishing points. She can still hang in there. And I really like that because she's a very, tall player and it's not easy to move. Her serve is outstanding. I think if she's serving well, it's really hard to beat her. So I think she's another really dangerous player going in that can cause a lot of damage and maybe go all the way and win the Open. I think for her the biggest challenge is obviously if she's healthy. We don't really know what's going on and how players are going into these tournaments fully, but I really hope she's healthy and she can play her best game. Another player that's coming from a high is Jessica Pegula. Really great last two tournaments. I mean, she won Toronto and she final in Cincinnati. Really surprised. She hadn't been doing that well in the slams, but she really started the season, the hardcore season, and really playing great tennis. So I think she could be very dangerous. When you win so many matches and you have this much confidence, then you start to really believe that you can do it. And so I think she's one to watch, especially because we're in the US and obviously playing in your country also with the crowd, she can be dangerous. I think her tennis game is extremely solid. She hits the ball hard. She can hang in there. She's a great player. For her, I think the most important is gonna be her mental. I feel like she's had chances in the past to maybe gone farther in slams or just gone that extra step of beating maybe top 5 player, and she just had that little lack of belief that was missing. And I feel like maybe now that she's won these 2 tournaments and won some against big players, maybe she can find that little extra belief to go all the way. And there are 3 more players I'd love to talk about that are my personal favorites. They're not necessarily haven't been doing as well, and they've been out of the tour for a while, but they're both former US Open champs, the 3 of them. First is obviously Raducanu is the most recent one. I love her game. I love watching her. I think it's so much fun to watch her. Just her composure, the way she's aggressive, the way she handles herself on court. It's really it's just really great. I think everybody's kind of waiting for her to have that big tournament again, because I think that she's very likable. People want to root for her. So let's see. She's been having better wins. She's been winning more matches in a row. I think if her forehand is on, which is very important, her serve, her forehand is on, and she's able just mostly mentally just not crumble and not let, all the outside voices, all the pressure get to her, and kind of just be in that present moment like she was at the Open when she won it. I remember her just talking about how much she just was, in the present and not really, she was so in the present that she just wasn't even realizing what was going on, what she was accomplishing until it was done, really. And I feel like then after, obviously, is the realization of, wow, what I did. So I hope she can find that groove again, really rooting for her. And then there's Andreescu, who I just love watching her game. I think she's such a complete player. She can do it all. She can attack, she can defend, she has a big forehand. She moves around the court so well, but unfortunately she's had so many injuries. I remember watching her at the Miami Open, I think 2 years ago, and she was doing really well, winning matches, and then she got injured again and she was out for months. So I just hope she can stay healthy, because I feel like she's always had the belief. I feel like when she gets back, she does well really quickly, but unfortunately with the injuries, it's been really tough for her. I feel like she's in a better stage mentally. She's enjoying the game more, and I just hope she can perform her best. I think mostly if she believes in herself, I think that's the challenge for everyone. She and she can stay injury free. I think she's obviously another dangerous player. And lastly, another US Open champ is Naomi Osaka. She's been having such close matches this year. She's had tough draws, really. The first couple rounds she's played, she's always played a top 10 seed. And she's won a couple matches, I would say, but I think mostly she's had tough losses where she's been about to win, maybe even had match point and lost the match. I remember her playing Swiatek. The Roland Garros, I think, was first round. I think she had match point. She almost won that match and she ended up losing in 3 sets. But she's obviously there tennis wise. I think it's just that very little confidence boost that she needs, and just mentally, keep enjoying her game. I think her wins are really gonna start coming. It's tough to be out of the tour for so long and just get back and pick right back at it. So I think that she's gonna be very dangerous. If she's serving well, if she's hitting that big forehand, and if she's just staying calm and not letting so many shots. Sometimes she can let just a few games go by where she makes a ton of unforced errors, and she can stay solid. She's a very dangerous player as well. So those are my 3 favorites, but not to win necessarily, just personal favorites. But yeah, I think let's see what happens. It's been so unpredictable in the last years with the US Open and the women. So who knows? Who knows what can happen? Who's your favorite? Write down in the comment below. Would love to see what you guys think and who's your favorite and who you think is gonna win. And please don't forget to subscribe. I will be doing more videos about the US Open 2024, and really want your opinions and what you guys would like to hear.